Welcome back to AI for HR. I'm your host, Nick Scholes from BambooHR. In this module, we're talking about the risks that come with using AI in HR and ways to address them. When we asked HR pros what their biggest concerns are, the biggest one that came up was accuracy, alongside security, privacy, and becoming too dependent on tech. Let's start with accuracy. Can you trust what AI tells you? The answer is, it depends on how you use it. That's because AI tools have two key limitations. First, people train AI using existing or public data. And since people make mistakes, and datasets have errors and misinformation, that means the system isn't going to be perfect either. Second, AI can only mimic how people think or write or do things. But it's not logical, ethical, or empathetic by itself. Well, not yet anyway. So the best way to get trustworthy answers and information from AI is to ensure some human oversight. BambooHR's head of AI, Alan Whitaker, has a philosophy about working with AI.
We emphasize, co-pilot, not autopilot. Don't hand it over.
I love that.
You're still in charge. You need to assert whether the information being produced is accurate. Is it helpful? Is it, are we avoiding biases and harm? So, yeah, we need to be heads up in how we work with it.
When you're judging how accurate AI is, think about how you use it, where it's getting its information from, and how much you can trust it to do the thinking for you, like we talked about in Module 2. Now, let's talk about security and privacy. HR handles a lot of sensitive data, so it's normal to feel protective. That's why you want to consider your AI vendors carefully. First and foremost, do they use your data to train their AI? If they do, the best way to protect your people and company data is to opt out. Another thing to consider is how they approach bias in their tool. You want AI to help you reduce bias, not add in more, so it's critical to know how the vendor plans to keep bias in check. Like we mentioned, AI gets trained by people, so ask about the anti-bias training for their developers. Did they consult diversity or labor experts to prevent bias issues? What data did they use to train their AI? And of course, you should always test the tool to see how it works for yourself. Now let's talk about the risk of your organization becoming too dependent on AI. A risk that can cause a lot of confusion and uncertainty among your people. Create a statement that outlines how your company uses AI. Use your company values and mission as the foundation for your AI guidelines. We all know how overwhelming and even scary AI can be, so you don't want people to jump ship because they're afraid their jobs will suddenly disappear. In a SHRM survey of over 2,000 HR pros, a quarter worry that AI might replace their jobs. But those who work in companies that already use AI are 16 times more likely to say that AI is making their current jobs better rather than taking them away. Let's not sugarcoat it. The world of AI can look like a minefield when it comes to HR. Reassure employees you're still the same company and that AI will help your company reach its goals. Provide some guardrails, both for how AI fits into your business and individual processes. For example, how will you use AI with your customers or to develop your products? What are acceptable use cases? Which AI tools are safe for employees to use, and which aren't? And if that sounds complicated, here's another solution. While it'll take more legwork and budget initially, choosing specific AI tools gives you more control over 3 of those top AI concerns: accuracy, security, and privacy. Just like rolling out any new software, you'll need to train your teams. But don't just teach them how to use the tools. Help them feel excited about how AI will benefit them in their role. Hopefully, you're starting to see the potential it has to help too, which is where we're going in our next module. See you there. BambooHR's all-in-one software makes your life easier and helps you take your HR game to the next level. So, be sure to check out our additional content and resources below.